Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They find some open field here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On play action, Wentz. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Ajayi, and he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
They'll try to run with Ajayi, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. throwing here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Third down now following the run.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big 30-yard play on third. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Come on!
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's go.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Hut. Flex round. Flex round. Hut. Hut.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Come on, Ohio. Ohio.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Brandon Copeland in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down.
Come on, let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Here we go.
Hey, you got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4 kill.
Hey, 17 George. Watch that.
Now they try the right side here. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
There we go. Lay down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a play fake. Wentz. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They do go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It's a pickup of 3 that time, and that leads to a Philadelphia first.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Kill. Here we go.
Check 24. Check 24.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down. I got him, man. I got him.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw here. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. Fights loose. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll drop to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Ohio.
to look to throw here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo.
Back round. Back round.
They're going to look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, here's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They run with Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Ajayi. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now it's Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you see, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
3 down. Hey, check. Here we go. Ohio.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That one goes for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
82, 40.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st and goal from the 5. Shot together here from the D-line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 8-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd and goal. There's still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Captain Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done.
It's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11.